about me is that I'm backlit, and it's okay. Hey, hello, how are you? I'm Pia. Today is a very exciting day because I'm going to be reading for 24 hours. I'm doing a classic 24-hour readathon today. I'm so excited. I have been like really stressed lately about just everything in my life and I really wanted to like take a day off, take a day for myself and like just read because that is like the biggest form of self-care for me, and I want to read a bunch of books. I recently posted a spring TBR, so some of these books are gonna be from there. I'm gonna show you my little TBR for this day. I'm so excited. It is currently almost 7:30 and I'm gonna do a classic 24-hour period reading vlog as opposed to like reading for 24 hours straight. I'm not gonna like stop the timer at any point. It's just gonna be 24 hours. The early hours of the morning are really hard for me. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to survive. We're gonna try our best. So let me talk you through my TBR for this readathon. So I'm currently reading a couple of books. Only one of them I think I'm gonna read for this video. I'm currently reading Curious Tides, which is a fantasy, dark academia, love triangle, moon cycle controlled magic system story. I'm 5 chapters in, so I'm not very far through it. I read like 2 chapters this morning, but I literally just started it, so I feel like, and it's a decently long book. It's a fantasy book, so it's like I have most of it left, so you're definitely gonna get like a full range of thoughts for that one. So I really want to finish that because that is a friend's favorite, and I told her I was gonna read it this weekend, so I'm gonna read it. So that is number 1 on my to-do list. Number 2 is Teacher of the Year. This is a romance book. I haven't read a romance book in so long. Like, I don't even know if I've read a romance book this year. Now that I think about it, I don't think I have. This is an indie published romance and we're reading it for my book club, so I'm really excited to read it. I have heard it's very steamy, so those are things I typically skip. I am not the audience for them. I'm excited for a cute, fun little time, and this is relatively short as well, so I'm not too worried about it getting read. I think this is gonna be my second book, like a good breakup from what else I'm gonna be reading. Another book that I'm dying to read. Like, so I almost picked this up instead of Curious Tides the other day, and then I picked up Curious Tides, but I really want to read A Psalm for the Wild Built, which is by Becky Chambers. I'm really trying to get into Becky Chambers because I have been on such a fantasy kick, and I'm feeling like it might stretch into a sci-fi kick, but this is a cozy sci-fi. Now, you heard me right. I'm so excited. I love cozy fantasy. I love fantasy in general right now. It's my thing. This just seems perfect for me. It's like about a little robot, and it's a duology, I believe, and they're like short little novellas. So I have the first one downloaded on my little handy dandy iPad, which I will be using to read both Curious Tides and A Psalm for the Wild Built because I have them both on here, and that's what I'm thinking I will read. I don't know how much I'm gonna read. I have no idea. But I'd also like to get to Eileen by Tessa Moshfegh because I've actually been seeing this a lot of places recently, and I think what would be really fun to like end my 24 hours of reading would be to watch this movie. I think that's fun. It's like unhinged woman. It's like set around Christmas time. It seems really fun. I love Tessa Moshfegh. I was thinking about either reading this or My Year of Rest and Relaxation, but I feel like I have to read this one first. I also would love to read The Brothers Hawthorne, but I don't know if I'll get to it in this video. I don't know what I'll get to in this video. I just ate dinner recently, and I just finished watching New Girl for the first time because I never finished it. I watched it while it was coming out and then I stopped because I didn't want it to end, and then I cried. But I'm all free for the rest of the night, for the rest of the day, for 24 hours. I'm absolutely free. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so like I'm not even gonna go outside. Yeah, I am going to get started on my reading, and yeah, I don't know what else is gonna happen. I did get a Red Bull in preparation. I have coffee, as I always do. I have some snacks that I can eat. I got some cashews, some everything bagel cashews. I also kind of want to order Taco Bell. I'm really in the mood to order Taco Bell, and I don't know what's stopping me. My brain is stopping me, but I really would like to order Taco Bell. Oh my god, the thing about me is I have celiac, but I eat gluten when I like really want to. When I deem it important and necessary, and like sometimes you really need to. I think I'm gonna order Taco Bell. I decided right now. I'm gonna order Taco Bell. And I'm gonna eat my Taco Bell as I read Curious Tides. So I'm gonna start with Curious Tides because that's the one I'm already in the middle of. My thoughts on it so far, I am a little bit confused. I'm not 100% understanding the magic system. We have 2 main characters. One is named Emery, which is the name of one of the characters in my book, but spelled different. And one is named Baz, which is the name of the character in The Name of the Wind. There are lots of different types of magic, and you're in different like houses based on the cycle of the moon that you were born into, and it seems seems like this was a world where everyone had magic, everyone had a little bit of magic, but some people just had more, and like they practiced it, and they're at this school for practicing magic. And like moon and tides are all interconnected. That's why it's like called the curious tides. I think it's called the cursed tides every time I want to say that. Something tragic recently happened with one of Emery's best friends, and we're just kind of trying to unravel these secrets. It's giving kind of Ninth House right now, but it's like British, but it's giving Ninth House at the moment. I'm gonna order Taco Bell because that sounds really good, because it's gonna get here in a half hour, let's be honest. And I'm gonna read some more Curious Tides, and I'm gonna start my timer. That's what we're gonna do. Hope you enjoyed this vlog. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. I know I said it at the end, but let me say it right now. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. Taco Bell and high fantasy books? What do we think? Hello friends. I have a reading update for you. I'm just like so cozy in my little blanket on my couch. I'm having a blast. We are almost 2 hours into reading, and I have had my Red Bull, the coconut berry, by the way, best flavor of Red Bull, in case you're wondering. And I've read a lot of my book. I am about halfway through Curious Tides now, and it's remembering me. Okay, this is where we start to get a little bit silly because Pia can't come up with words. It's reminding me of a couple of books that I have really enjoyed. Like I said, it's giving Ninth House with like the culty secret society vibes that are going on, but it's also giving The Starless Sea, which, as we know, The Starless Sea is my favorite fantasy book, period. My favorite fantasy standalone, definitely. So I'm really enjoying it. The only thing, like, I really like Baz, there's two main characters, Baz and Emery, and I'm really liking Baz. I think he's super interesting, and like he's eclipse born, which like means those are like the unruly magic people, and like they're more likely to like collapse, which is like when they lose control of their magic and like really bad things happen. And he's just super interesting. I really like his backstory and his motivations and his like plot line. Emery, on the other hand, is kind of like not very interesting to me at the moment. I don't know what about her is not fun to me. She's a little bit annoying, but I'm hoping to like her more as I read. Why do I feel like I have something in my eye? Yeah, I was gonna say she's like milquetoasty, but she is like being like an active person and like making decisions, but I don't know if I like what she's doing or like what she's thinking. I don't know. I kind of don't like her chapters that much. I'm enjoying the story. Like, I can't be tired at this point in the readathon. It's weird. I'm like definitely more interested in the plot of the story than the characters, which is so rare for me. Like, I'm usually like a character driven person. I like character driven stories. Like, I could have no plot in a book and I would love it. The thing about me is I don't need plot, but the plot is plotting in this book, and it's so fascinating. Like, I really love learning about this world and this lore, and there's books that are related to it, and like there's fables, but there's also myths, and then there's like, it's so interesting and intricate, and it's unlike any other fantasy book I've read. Like, it has like bloodletting, which I really am turned off by. That's like one of my things that I don't like reading about in fantasy books, but it's not graphic. I just want to make that clear in case that's something that you are also concerned about, because I don't like reading about it personally because I think it's icky. But it's so far not graphic. But like, other than that, like the magic system is totally unique. Like, I have never read a book with this magic system. Like, it's not witches, it's not vampires, it's not Nephilim. Like, it is these people that are like ruled by the moon and are like, it's so interesting. I'm really enjoying it. So I'm halfway through it now. Let's see how long is it gonna take me to finish this book. It's gonna take me a little less than 3 hours to finish it, which seems like a lot of time, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not that much time. I did eat my Taco Bell. I forgot to mention that. I didn't eat all of my Taco Bell because I got a bunch of things so that I can have like little snacks. Probably, I think I might move to my bed and lie down there because I'm right in front of my window and I'm a little bit chilly, which is why, hence the blanket. Can you see my blanket? It's a little bit chilly. So if I go over there, I won't be as cold. So I think I'm gonna read over there. So hopefully, let's see, it's 9:40-ish. So I should finish this by what? Is that how math works? Oh my God, I can't do math like on a full night's sleep. Like, I don't know. Is that? Because almost 10, 11, 12, 1. And I have less than 3 hours left and it's not even 10. Yeah, I should finish it by 1. Okay, I can do math. So I'm gonna lie on my bed, finish it, hang out with my cat. Because I read on my iPad a lot of the time, like I find filming B-roll is so boring. So we're gonna have a lot of cat clips in this video. Yes, we are. Because I love my cat. And I hope you do too. I love, like, there are so many booktubers that I watch that like have cats, and I love sitting down on the couch with my cat while she watches me watch these other people's cats. It's so funny. I'm gonna go back to my book because things are crazy as always, and I will probably wait to update you unless something crazy happens in the book, which like crazy things are bound to happen, but unless like something happens or I change my opinion, I'm not gonna update you until I finish this book because I have a lot of books to get to, okay, and I don't want to waste your time. Hi friends, we are 5 hours and 11 minutes into the readathon. I finished Curious Tides. I don't know what I'm gonna rate this book yet. Let me not kick my freaking feet. This was not a book that I would kick my feet at, to be honest. I definitely liked it. I think I'm really stuck on like the relationships in the book because I did find myself like interested in the relationship between the two main characters and also some of the side relationships, but I felt like they weren't super developed. And I felt like I just liked them because I generally like those types of dynamics. Like I like male-male friendships a lot. I like female-female friendships a lot. I just like writing friendship stories. But I don't know if they were particularly like good. But I felt like it was really funny because I felt like there's a character who has a sibling and I felt like they were less concerned about their sibling and more concerned about their potential love interest. And I was like, did you not remember your sister? Like, your sister? Like, why are you forgetting about her? Anyway, I am gonna take a nap for a little bit because it's 8 minutes to 1. And take a little nap, and when I wake up, we'll make pancakes, we'll have coffee, and we'll start another book. I'm so tired, I can't believe I made it to the end of the book. I struggled, but I did it. I'm between a 3 and a 4 star for Curious Tides. But anyway, I'm going to sleep. I will see you in the morning. Got pancakes. We've got a vanilla latte. And we are 11 and a half hours, not even halfway through. And I did just start A Psalm for the Wild Build, which I'm going to listen to while I eat my pancakes and drink my latte. And then I'll read that. Hi! Why am I sitting like this? You don't have to see that. What the heck? It is 8 o'clock on the dot, and I just finished A Psalm for the Wild Build, and I really liked it. It was really fun. It was really cute. It was just like surprisingly more deep than I thought it was gonna be. It's about life and your purpose, and like it's following a tea monk who leaves the city to go commune with nature and be, you know, try to find their purpose. They run into a robot, and robots in this world have like left the factories that they once were made for and are just kind of roaming, and they like just kind of left humans alone, but this one is coming to learn what humans most desire, and they're just like hanging out with this monk and going on this little journey, and it's really sweet. It felt a lot like a children's book to me, except there's like a lot of cursing, and it's very like casual. The tone was really surprising to me. It reminded me a lot of like a Brandon Sanderson and like the colloquial modern language, whereas it's kind of a more fantastical story. So yeah, I'm going to read Teacher of the Year now that I'm awake and ostensibly ready for my day. I'm not doing anything today except reading, so. Okay, I am doing something I didn't think I was gonna do in this video, which is I'm DNFing this book. It's so bad. It is so bad. It is so annoying, like insufferable. I can't, like the names of the characters, the way they act, maybe I just don't understand sexual desire. That's just my fault. like, it is so cliche is like not even cutting it. Like, it's more than that. It is just so more than unrealistic, over the top, and like even it's trying to handle like other subjects, like harder subjects as well, that are like not handled well. Like, in my opinion, like I feel like, at least, okay, I read like 60 pages of this book. It's just kind of like, it doesn't integrate the discussions of those topics well. I feel like you don't have to keep telling me the same information. Anyway, it's really annoying, and I was really anticipating, you know, liking skipping over the sex scenes and having a good time speeding through this book, but that's not the case. So, stopping reading that. How far are we through this? It's 9 o'clock. Okay, 13 and a half hours. So I think I'm gonna start Eileen, and I hope that will go better for me. It's like more my vibe anyway. I don't know if it's this romance that's not working for me, if like romance in general I'm just not into right now, but we're gonna move on because life is too short. Life is too short to waste on bad books. Hello friends. It is 11 o'clock, 11:05. My day list just changed, and I was like, well, when my day list changes, I need to make an update because I feel like I haven't updated you in a few hours. I'm like surprisingly awake right now. I literally read for 5 hours, slept for 5 hours, and have now read for another 5 hours. This day is crazy. But anyway, like I said, it's been 5 hours, so it's 15 hours and change in. I am halfway through Eileen. I'm liking it so far, for sure. Eileen is very similar to any other, like, Tessa Moshfegh's main characters are very similar, except that one fuck-ass book. What was it called? Labvana? That book is crazy! That book is so crazy. She loves, like, gross stuff. Like, there's, like, a whole section on, like, diarrhea and, like, periods and stuff. But yeah, she loves the goops and the gags. I think this was her first book. Am I wrong? Oh, what if I was right? What if I, for once in my life, was actually correct? Yes. Yes, this is her first book. So I can see, like, definitely the inspiration she's taken and, like, done with other books. Like, I think something she really is interested in is obsession, and that's something I really like reading about. So we have this character Eileen who, like, I don't really know, like, it's probably not, like, useful for me to say the synopsis of a Tessa Moshfegh book because it's, like not a lot is happening, but basically we have Eileen, and Eileen is just, like, she's really depressed, I guess, and very angry at the world, and she lives with her drunk father and is just kind of resentful of her whole life and situation. And it's around Christmas time, and she keeps telling you that she's gonna, like, leave. She's gonna go to the big city, the Big Apple, and she's in, like, some part of mass. And then she meets this woman named Rebecca at her job. Her job is, like, she works at, like, a, like, juvie place for boys, and she just, like, starts becoming fascinated with him. She has an obsession with another person before her, but this is, like, the main obsession. See, I feel like the stuff on the back is, like, too much of the plot because I'm reading through this, like, I didn't read the synopsis on the back because I typically don't, but reading through it now, like, I'm halfway through the book and, like, some of this stuff hasn't happened. So I feel like if you want to read an Tessa Moshfegh book, don't read the back because it literally tells you what's gonna happen, because not a lot happens. It's a lot of internal monologuing. It's easy to read in a way, but it is harder to read on less sleep. I am noticing I am a little bit, like, my eyes are wandering. I did have the audiobook, but I'm signed out of my Audible and I don't know the information to log back in, and I don't feel like figuring that out right now. We're having, like, a problem with my apartment building right now. A little problem, and it's stressing me out a little bit. So reading this book is not very helpful for that. It's 11 o'clock. I anticipate I've been reading for 2 hours, I guess. I guess it'll take me another 2 to finish this book. I don't know, it's 260 pages. It's pretty short. I think I told you in my TBR I didn't have that many books. Oh, I was gonna read The Brothers Hawthorne. Oh, do I still want to read that? I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna read for my 4th book because I know I'm gonna finish this in less than 9 hours. And I have 9 hours left of the readathon. So unless I just take my sweet time, like, really taking in every word. So I don't know what my 4th book's gonna be. I will probably figure that out in my next clip, my next update. But for now, I'm gonna go back to reading Eileen, listening to my day list. Love my day list. Although my day list has not changed. It was like morning folk, and now it's happy folk. And I'm like, just more folk music. Okay. Anyway. Did I do that? Did I do that? What? Did I touch my watch? Oh my god. I'm literally freaking out. I'm freaking out. Oh my god. Eileen, you're freaking me out. Okay, it's literally like a half hour later. Like I've been reading Eileen. I have like less than 100 pages left. But I got some packages in the mail because I was thinking the other day, I was like, what if I did a book haul? In order to do a book haul, I have to buy books. Listen, I was having a rough time. I wanted to buy books. Okay, these are from Pango, so they're used. Always a deal. I got 2 books. They're wet. I hope the books inside are not wet. We got Half a Soul. I'm really excited about this book because you know that I have been in my cozy fantasy and romantasy era, and this is a romantasy book. That's where you are, cat. I literally haven't seen my cat like all morning. This is a romantasy book set in the Regency era, or like in a Regency inspired era, but it's like a fantasy world. It's a series, and I've heard like the best things about this first book, but it is a series, so I do like want to, if I like it, I'll read the rest of the books. I got this. I'm very excited about it. It's less than 300 pages. Am I gonna read it in this video? And then I got a slightly bigger book. Definitely more than 300 pages. Chain of Gold. Because I just read this. I wasn't filming when I was reading this, but I read this earlier this week, and I was hoping this would get to me before I finished it so I could read it physically, but it did not. But I really enjoyed this book. I love Cassandra Clare. Something she puts in these books I just love. I'm collecting these. I love these paperback editions because the spines I line up. I don't have any of my other Shadowhunter books here. I don't own any of the books in the series. I haven't read any of the books in the series besides this one. So now I need to get the paperbacks of all of them. Yes, I'm obsessed with this cover. I really like it. I think she's really cute. Cordelia Carstairs. I love paperbacks like this. They're so floppy. They're amazing. I'm a paperbacks over hardbacks girl. I do have another book coming in the mail, but it's not gonna come today in this vlog. But that's my little book haul. But I'm very like stingy about buying books. Like Chain of Gold, I was reading and I got it from the library and then I finished it. Or I didn't get it from the library. Did I? I have no recollection of where I got it. I borrowed it from somewhere. And Half a Soul, I think I'm really gonna like. I have to like only buy like 5-star predictions or like books from authors I've given 5 stars or like most anticipated releases. Even that, I don't buy a lot of books, but I have been on a little bit of a kick lately, which is bad. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to reading Eileen. That was my quick little book haul interlude. Hope you enjoyed it. Well, we are 17 and a half hours into the 24-hour readathon. Exactly. And I have finished another vlog. I finished Eileen, and I want to tell you, okay, I know I was talking about the synopsis on the back, and I was like, the synopsis, halfway through, hasn't happened yet. I will tell you, there is a part of the synopsis, like the last sentence, whatever. There's a part of the synopsis that's like the last part of the summary, and that literally doesn't happen until the last 40 freaking pages of the book. So I'm like, why? Like, it's such a spoiler. Like, I don't know if you're like reading it, because like to me, like, it's a fun little twist. Like, it's a fun little like, ooh, like this is different. Like, this is a different type of book than I thought. And that's like fun for the last 40 pages. But if you read the back, you're probably like, well, where is it? Where is that part? This book that's supposed to have this crazy thing happen. And I just think it's stupid. Whoever writes the back of books needs to be fired. But anyway, since I have so much time, I definitely can finish another book. I have a lot of momentum today as well. So I think I'm gonna read Half a Soul. I'm really in the mood for this, I gotta be honest. I think this is supposed to be kind of like Emily Wilde. Am I right? Am I wrong? I don't know. I don't read a lot of like fae romance books, but this one seems really fun. And I'm gonna start it. So this is the next book that I'm gonna read. Probably the last book I'll read as well. 1 o'clock, I mean, it's not gonna take me that long. Do I start another book? I'm going crazy today. I was getting a little concerned because my letterboxd was aligning with my Goodreads, and I really need to make sure that I'm reading more books than movies I'm watching. I feel like a better person. This is just a me thing. We're at 27 books, 28 books for the year so far. I watched 22 movies or something. So we're definitely doing great. Okay, I am halfway through Half a Soul, so I'm gonna give you a little like synopsis. It's 3:30. We're almost 20 hours in. I thought it was gonna be 20 hours. It will be in 6 minutes. I'm really enjoying this, like really enjoying it. Basically, we have our main character, Dora, who had this crazy little thing happen to her when she was a kid. She went into the forest, she like ran away from home for a hot second, and a fairy took half of her soul. Wouldn't you get? And so it makes her kind of like act in a certain way, like she's can't fully like express her emotions, like she's not startled easily, she's just like kind of her emotions are like very dulled. She lost the color in one eye, that's just like a random thing. But she is now off to London with her cousin Vanessa, who is older than her or younger than her, but looking to marry, and they're going in search of this magician who may or may not be able to help Dora with her fairy curse. And it's a romance. So the build, this is giving slow burn, which I love. Literally nothing romantical has happened yet. Love that. I'm really liking it. Like, this didn't go in the direction that I was hoping it wouldn't go, which is really great. Like, I was very worried this would go in the like ACOTAR direction of dealing with Fae, which I don't really like. But the Fae are kind of just in the background and it's more about this magician. So I'm really liking it. Like I said, I'm halfway through. I guess it took me 2 hours to get halfway through. This day has gone by very slowly, but also very fast. So I anticipate finishing this by dinner time. Let's say dinner time, although I am gonna have to actually make dinner. Yeah, I realized that this is only like 20 more pages than the last book, but it is a series, so if I like this book, watch out, because I love marathoning a series. If there's one thing about me, it's that I don't love series, but if I really like a book and it's a series, freaking watch out. I mean, I say that and like Oathbringer is sitting on my shelf just staring at me. But like, I have all the intention of finishing series. But didn't I do that video where I was like, I haven't finished any series ever? Yeah, I think I did that. I have no recollection. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to reading Half a Soul because it's really fun. And I got cold, so I put my sweatshirt on, but now I'm hot. I guess I was worked up talking about this book, but I'm gonna keep listening to my day list and reading. It feels so like unaesthetic reading this book because it's such a vibe. It's like Bridgerton meets fairies. It's really fun. I like it a lot. Oh my gosh, guys, we are 21 hours in and I have finished my third book? What have I read today? Fourth book. It actually ended up being shorter than I thought. I thought it ended at page 280, but it ended at page 240. There's like a bonus chapter and like a preview for the next book. And I don't want to read that. So, you know what I mean? I don't want to read it. If it's not the book, I don't want to read it. I really like this. I'm giving it 4 stars. There is a reveal that happens literally pages after I updated you like at the midpoint. And I have to accept that it's a part of the genre. It annoyed me at first, but then I was like, this is the genre. Like, let's get with it, okay? I need to grow up. I need to grow up. This is a fairy book. There are gonna be fae in it. So I just need to like accept that. I don't want to start another book. Right now, I'm gonna start making dinner now-ish. And I think after I dinner, I will read more because I need a little bit of a break. I think that the last thing I'm gonna read is continuing my reread of Normal People. The only reason, like, I've been reading this, and the reason I didn't like read it at all for this video is because I don't want to rush it. I don't want to rush my reread. I'm pretty sure the 2 other times that I read this book, I read it like in a couple of days, in a day, in a couple of days. I know the first time I read it in a day, in a sitting. So I like want to take my time with it, and I'm annotating it. I'll show you my annotation page if you're curious. That's what it looks like. Yeah, I'm like, I want to take my time with it. It's like, I think there's something about it that makes you want to read it really fast because it's so good. But yeah, I'm really like trying to pace myself with this one. So as dinner cooks and as I eat dinner and after dinner and such, I'm going to be continuing my reread of Normal People, and I'm hoping not to finish this book. I think it's possible that I could, but I don't want to. I don't want to finish this book because I'll be devastated and I can't handle that right now. I'm going to grab my pencil somewhere, wherever that is, and get back to this. Hi friends, I need to wrap up this vlog because I didn't do that, but I want to give you my final update for normal people. So I got to page 125. I haven't filled in my tabs yet. I've just been underlining. Try not to read this book so fast, but it is literally so hard to not do that. Like, I read so much in this video. I had a lovely day of reading. It was exhausting, but it was really fun. So let me know if you want to see more 24-hour readathons or if there are any other reading challenges you want to see me do. I know there are some that I have my eye on, like the spinning the wheel or the 200 pages a day. I want to do those. I just don't have the time. Definitely like look out. Once my semester is over, things will be getting back up and running on this channel. It has been so hard to maintain everything while in my last semester of college, but things will be getting back up and running. I promise soon, once it's over. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the things, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.